with a WWE star accused and more. This is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Showing off his ankle lock technique, Karrion Kross can be seen breaking a baseball bat.
Hey, babe! Babe! I got it.
Hey,
I just wanted you to see it.
you scared me. It's wonderful, but holy shit.
That was a little harder to break, a little bit more of a pain in the ass, but to be honest with you, breaking somebody's leg is a lot easier than breaking the fungo bat. I didn't mean to scare you.
Talking about Jade Cargill making the jump from AEW to WWE, Booker T noted on his Hall of Fame podcast, when looking at the roster in AEW as far as the women goes, it's a no-brainer. She would be doing nothing in AEW if she was still there other than what she was doing, which was nothing. She was having menial matches that didn't do anything for her as far as her learning, just going out there and beating girls and padding her record. They were just squash matches. Learning on the fly is not a great system for learning. Again, having those types of matches where you're not working with the girls on the main roster, so to speak, the Britt Bakers. I don't think Jade Cargill and Britt Baker spoke once in AEW. How could she be learning in a system like that? So I think her moving to WWE and being in that system, she's going to get a whole lot more out of it, as well as the after effect when it's all over is how big her star is going to be. I think that what's going to matter more than anything is how big her star is going to be. Taking to social media, WWE ring announcer Samantha Irvin revealed to JoJo Offerman that she wants her to be a bridesmaid for an upcoming wedding.
What's up, y'all? It's WrestleMania 40, and I just right now want to ask JoJo if she will be my bridesmaid at my wedding.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, girl.
Wait, no, really?
Yes, girl.
Oh my god!
Yes, we both in the same out. I love you.
Oh my god!
I love you.
Yes. Oh my god! I need to
Send me that.
Speaking about the idea of retiring from in-ring action, Dustin Rhodes said this to Sports Illustrated: "I've thought about retirement, but I'm just not ready. My mind, my heart, and my soul are too much in love with this. So I'll go until the wheels fall off. My love for wrestling, that drives me. It makes me hungrier. I'm putting all of my passion and grit into everything I do." Previously, Triple H said this on the Pat McAfee show about hiring talent: "When I see people coming out of trying to make it and then they pick a job where, well, they work less, the schedule is lighter, then I'm like, I'm glad I didn't pick you. If you're not in it for the grind at that point early in your career, you have no business being here. Some saw this as a shot at not only AEW, but new signings for the company like Will Ospreay. The aerial assassin responded to this on AEW Dynamite, calling out Triple H for being in the position he is in at WWE due to being with Stephanie McMahon. Now, details on this promo from Ospreay have been provided, as Sean Ross Sapp Fightful said. Regarding the Will Ospreay promo, we're told he was fine with cutting that promo and there were no issues in that regard, and he actually came in to work with the creative team on the promo. The shots that were taken at him in the media last weekend puzzled wrestlers across multiple companies, with one WWE talent saying that it was clear that he was attempting to be respectful of the process, and WWE after opting to go with AEW for the sake of his family. We're told he ran the promo by several people backstage, and that at one point a shot at CM Punk was considered after Punk's tattoo line last week. However, considering the nature of AEW Dynamite, many felt that was overkill and they decided against that. A prop maker going by the name of Mecha_Masum on Instagram posted videos and pictures of Zelina Vega with some of their props, as they wrote this on the post. WWE wrestler Zelina Vega with the custom mecha chancla we designed, printed, and hand-stoned one by one that she practically got for free and severely underpaid me for. Also wasted my time on a pair of cuffs, mech wings, and headset, all hand-stoned. She gave me the wrong address, which resulted in my wings getting cooked in the hot 100-degree Florida sun, melting it essentially, having to reship it, and then finding out the time specified was too late. Then having a piece detached due to melted pieces from it getting damaged from being delivered to her old address that she thought she could pick it up from. It was literally something so fixable, and yet she said it was my fault and a skill issue, as well as her assistant saying I'm unprofessional for even saying it's anything but my work and my skills suck. She got all that commission valued at $2,500 for $900 with a promise of exposure, and I had to refund multiple customers and reject new orders to get this done. Hours upon hours of 3D designing everything, bedazzling everything one by one, custom painting everything, attaching LEDs, crystallizing the transparent parts of the wings, etc. A labor that should have taken months, I did in 2.5 to 3 weeks non-stop breaks and no sleep. And guess what? Only for her to return everything, dispute the total amount without deducting what she kept via PayPal, and keeping the chancla and headset for practically change. All of that for nothing, and to have expensive stuff for Temu price. As a Puerto Rican, you are literally a disgrace and 100% not for your people, let alone small businesses. Safe to say, I will never work with a celebrity that tries to scam me for cheap services and practically free items again, and I will never bedazzle either, but still pretty cool to witness my piece on TV and the world seeing it. Of course, there's no tag, but that's nothing new, guys. I definitely don't want to work with celebrities or influencers anymore. They always expect super cheap or free stuff and excessive labor just because it's them. I am human too. I have bills to pay. I need to eat. This is not a Chinese sweatshop or major corporation. It's a one-woman army. Another artist would also chime in regarding their experience with Vega, writing on X. This happened years ago. I thought I did something wrong for asking for credit/compensation, and I was young, so I didn't have any experience working with a celebrity / I was kindly brought backstage during a show. A screenshot of messages between them was provided. The artist said, I was truly open to the possibility of compensation. I want you to use my art. It is quite an honor. I am fine with doing this for pride over compensation. Zelina said, this is where business isn't fun. My team is still working on the paperwork, and whether I'm giving that to you or another artist, I gotta know. We agreed on the signed photo, controller, and I brought you backstage to meet us, and thank you personally. I thought under that agreement, I at least owed you that. I feel like whenever the feelings change or the terms start to change and people go back on things, that's where I disconnect completely. I can't risk that. Again, if that's what you stand on, that's fine, but then I have to go with another artist. The artist then said, I apologize for what sounded like greed. I am totally new at this sort of thing. I am more than okay with you utilizing the designs. Zelina replied, and the thing is, that's not where the service would have ended either. I would have used you and made you a part of the team for that service, but stuff like this just worries me now. A user asked the artist, did you get paid the amount that it was worth? The reply reads, no, this started from me making fan art for her. I didn't ask to get paid for those. They were fan art. Then we talked about a controller design commission. She said she would send me a contract in a month, but then I asked about getting royalties. That's where things went south. Comparing his Money in the Bank cash-in at WrestleMania 42, Seth Rollins' cash-in, Damian Priest, said this in a video posted by WWE on Instagram. Seth's cash-in at Mania was awesome in making a triple threat match, but he almost lost. I think mine is better. I came in at the right opportunity. There was no doubt that I was going to become champion. While she was seen in the crowd at the NXT Stand and Deliver event, Stardom performer Giulia apparently did not know she would be on camera, telling Tokyo Sports, the monitor was right above me and I couldn't see it, so I didn't think I was in the picture. There was a lot of cheering, so I thought someone big had come. Then I got a call from an acquaintance saying that was a huge cheer, and I saw the video. I realized that the cheers were for me. It was such a waste. I want to do it all over again. On X, a user said this to AEW star Adam Cole, writing, go to the gym versus this pointless gift. Should have stayed in WWE, but you get what you deserve. But seriously, go to the gym once in a while. Cole replied, my friend, I really mean this. I have never worked harder to get back into the ring than right now. I promise you and the world that I'm doing all that I can. And when I do get back into the ring, eat me. When it comes to Sting's future in AEW following his retirement match at Revolution, PW Insider noted that we have been asked about whether Sting will be making any appearances for the company in the near future. We have heard nothing in that regard, and honestly, since he just retired, there should be some time before he comes back for special appearances. As the Young Bucks took part in a segment showing the footage from All In, where a scuffle took place between CM Punk and Jack Perry, Wade Keller of PW Torch said that, I've been checking with people in AEW and I've been told that this was not something the Bucks were in favor of doing. It wasn't their idea. It was Tony Khan's idea that he wanted this out there. PW Insider said this, there is a narrative floating around that the Young Bucks were against the creative from last night's TV utilizing the CM Punk footage. While certainly the idea was something that came from Tony Khan, we were told the Bucks had no issue with the creative as it was being used to build to the FTR match and also open the door for the return of Jack Perry, who they helped get signed with AEW years ago. Obviously, there is no love lost between them and CM Punk either. Speaking of the All-In footage of Punk and Perry being aired on AEW Dynamite, Bully Ray reacted to it, saying on Busted Open Radio, before I put my weary head down on my pillow, I will pray to God for AEW, and I will say, God, I hope they popped a rating tonight. I hope something positive came out of this footage or came out of tonight, because when tomorrow comes, if that rating is not good, if they're not back up to at least 800,000, it's going to be dog pile on the rabbit, and the rabbit is going to deserve the dog pile. This is not on the talent. This is not on the locker room, and most of the time, it never ever is across the board. It's on creative, it's on the booker, it's on the matchmaker. This company needs help. At this point, I hope even you diehards realize that. There are lots of people who want to help. I've gone on record to say I would help for free, and if you think that's me politicking for a job when I just performed in front of 72,000 people as a special guest referee, you're out of your mind. Staying on this topic, after airing the footage of the brawl between Punk and Perry on Dynamite, AEW has been copyright striking accounts on X for posting the clip, as Ariel Helwani of the MMA Hour noted. Not very nice. Some lawyer out of Jacksonville got my account locked momentarily and DMCA'd the video I posted, which contained CCTV and interview footage from my show. Just felt like the CCTV needed some narration, you know? Anyway, here's Punk's seemingly very accurate PBP. For more information regarding Will Ospreay's promo on AEW Dynamite, it was said that PWInsider.com is told the Will Ospreay line about Triple H grinding on the boss's daughter was a line Ospreay came up with and suggested for his promo last night. It was not a line given to Ospreay or that he was forced to use. The entire idea was to respond to the shots WWE took during Mania Week, no different than WCW versus WWF in the Monday Night War era. In some unfortunate news, an All Japan star has passed away. As Ringside News wrote, the world of professional wrestling is full of talented stars, but unfortunately deaths can occur at any time in the industry no matter what. It is with a heavy heart that we report that former AJPW star Akebono has passed away at age 54. Japanese media is reporting the passing of Chadwick Hahio Rowan, also known as Akebono, at the age of 54. Rowan was a former sumo wrestler and AJPW Triple Crown champion. The report indicates that he died due to heart failure after battling illness for several years. Since 2017, Rowan had been struggling with heart complications, which led to his hospitalization and placement in a medically induced coma. His death marks the loss of a significant figure in the sumo wrestling and professional wrestling communities. Akebono, also known as Chadwick Hahio Rowan, was a prominent figure in the world of sumo wrestling and professional wrestling. He achieved great success in sumo, reaching the prestigious Yokozuna rank in 1993 and continued to excel in the sport until his retirement in 2001. After retiring from sumo, Akebono transitioned to professional wrestling, where he left his mark on the industry. He famously defeated The Big Show in a sumo match at WWE WrestleMania 21. His wrestling career included competing for various promotions such as NJPW, where he faced IWGP Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar, as well as Euro 1 and Dragon Gate. Akebono's wrestling career also extended to All Japan Pro Wrestling, where he continued to achieve success. He won the AJPW Triple Crown Championship twice and emerged victorious in the Champion Carnival Tournament. In addition to his in-ring achievement, Akebono founded the Odo promotion and served as its president until he was hospitalized in 2017. His last wrestling appearance was also in 2017. WWE released a statement as it reads, "WWE is saddened to learn that Akebono has passed away. As one of the greatest sumo wrestlers in Japan, Akebono made history by becoming the first non-Japanese-born wrestler ever to reach the highest rank in sumo." Akebono brought his incredible talents to WWE in 2005 when he defeated Big Show at WrestleMania 21 in a traditional sumo match. Known for his imposing size, natural charisma, and indomitable fighting spirit, Akebono left an unforgettable mark on combat sports. WWE extends its condolences to Akebono's family, friends, and fans. Previously, WWE star Drew Gulak was accused of touching Ronda Rousey inappropriately during her time with the company, as she had told News Nation. Not Vince personally towards me, but the company culture definitely. One time, I was walking to go talk to Triple H in the writer's room. I was standing there with Bruce Pritchard and another one of the writers. This guy grabs the string of my sweatpants and no one reacts as if this is abnormal. He grabs it and starts going down the hall, and I'm like, what the F was that? Why are you grabbing the string of my sweatpants? If my husband was standing here next to me, would you feel comfortable walking up to me and grabbing the string of my sweatpants? Nobody around me acted as if it was abnormal. All the guys around me were just like, it's part of the day. I'm like, if this guy is coming up to me and doing this kind of stuff to me, where there are other people around? What's happening to these other girls when it's not in a hallway? That really put me on edge to where not only is this behavior prevalent, but it's so prevalent that people don't even realize it's a problem anymore. I know exactly what he looks like and I'm blanking on his name. Is this part of my concussion test? Drew Gulak, that's who it was. I confronted him later and I was like, if I ever hear about you putting your hands on any other women like this or doing anything like this to me ever again, we're going to have a problem. He was like, no, I'm glad you said something to me. He really backpedaled, but it put a sour taste in my mouth about the culture there and what's considered acceptable on how to touch and treat the women in the hallways and anywhere. Gulak later confirmed that this incident took place but claimed it was unintentional. Since then, Gulak was absent from the most recent episode of NXT, as it was said on Wrestling Observer Radio. I did ask about that and I was basically told that there is nothing official. If you look at it this way, it doesn't look good for him. It is over the Ronda Rousey thing, obviously. Fightful added that Drew Gulak is currently under scrutiny due to allegations of sexual misconduct levied at him by Ronda Rousey, and we have an update on Gulak's status. As noted by many during last night's NXT, no quarter catch Cruise Titantron was changed to omit Gulak's name. Gulak was pulled from several appearances. Most notably, Gulak was removed from his seat at the Hall of Fame after a producer noticed he was in attendance and in close proximity to someone close to Rousey's inner circle of friends. Gulak was also not listed for the show on the internal rundowns, nor was he seen backstage at the taping on Tuesday. It was also noted that there was not to be any mention of Gulak on NXT last night. Has also been told that there are no creative plans for Gulak at this time. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.